So last week I talked about KOBAY. So I think somewhere around here. So this is on Monday. Monday there is a kind of a rejection force breakout. So you can see that there is no commitment above. So until Friday, finally there is commitment above. So actually I think this is also a question from KH about KOBAY and FPI. So I'll just also explain it here. So first of all, this KOBAY, well, I think your question is based on whether last Friday's breakout could have a could be a fake breakout or a false breakout because the volume is low. I mean, my answer is not necessary. So why is that? So first of all, I think I talked about the structure, so I won't repeat this. So again, very quick, this is a sign of strength rally, and in a moment, it's probably a backing up process. So you can just lean on the very shallow type of the breakout. So as a reversal, so maybe you can just travel and test this. So this is the structure. The phase analysis is still in phase D. So first, we see that there is a rejection with an increasing of the volume, but look at the overall volume. The overall volume is very little. So we don't really get this volume, or we don't really get this volume. So this is generally a very low volume, low supply level. So even on Monday, so despite we getting the rejection tail with slight increasing of the volume, so definitely there is presence of supply. But look at what happened next. So next few bars, rejection, rejection, rejection. Look at this volume. This is like a negligible type of the volume. So below 1 million is very, very low volume. So that's why on Friday, you can see that even with 1.2 million volume, then you see this sort of the bullish bar. So you can just move up. So, I mean, this is the scenario like Dave previously mentioned. If there is no volume, how to go up? So, I mean, in terms of the volume, we need to think from the supply point of the view. So if the supply is low, I mean, the low volume equal to low supply plus low demand. So both the supply and demand are very low. So if the price still can move up, that simply means that the supply is even lower than the demand. So even with little increase of the volume, little increase of the demand, you will be able to see the price move up with ease. So that's another type of the ease of movement. So hopefully KOBAY can move up, and unless we see that suddenly there's a spike of the volume, rejection tail, or big bearish bar, then I think it will need to reverse from here. Otherwise, if with this kind of the low volume, it can just move up quite easily. So cash say, yeah, as long as a result price action breakout is still breakout, yes. However, if supported by higher demand, will certainly move up faster. Yes, definitely. So if we getting higher volume, higher demand, then it will move up a lot faster. Definitely, that's the case. Dave just say, so means good demand like institution player. Okay, I don't really want to associate good demand with an institution player. Maybe let's just use strong hand and weak hands, because strong hand, weak hands. So strong hands, there could be institutional player. You could have some proprietary traders. You could have some you don't know, syndicate, or some goring guys, some big guys, some, I don't know whether it's illegal to have those sort of the operation. So you know, some or those are considered as strong hands, as long as they are moving the price and they are moving to the direction they want. So I would just consider them as a strong hand. So yes, that's include the institutional player. But if the institutional players already in, so for example, if you look at KOBAY, let's assume that these are the institutional volume. So institutional players are already in. and also these are the late players, they already in, then they already bought enough share. So subsequently, what we are seeing here, look at this pullback. So it simply means that they are not active anymore. So the so-called institutional player or the aggressive, the strong hands, they are not active. So at this point, this is just like the inactive volume. So whenever there is some quality demand, whether it's the same group of the people or a new group of the funds, or simply just someone has some money able to push a price up, as long as it can overwhelm the supply, then it can move the price up. So as long as the supply is still being held by the strong hands, then all the people here are generally safe. So that's why we always want to look at the volume from a supply point of view. Okay, great.